All right, today is day 2 of 5 billion Xing my $10,000 Robinhood account. So yesterday we made $71.66 in 2 minutes, and I threw away about $300 of potential profit by exiting early. So today we're not doing that. Today we're going to exit when we should, and we're going to enter when we should, and it's going to be perfect. Unfortunately, today is an extremely high volatility day. For today's daily summary, I honestly might not take a trade, but we'll have to see. There's some bearish pressure. It's leaning a little bit more bearish than anything. Trump's meeting with somebody in China tomorrow and Friday, so that could affect the market. CPI is still high. Oil, everything. So you guys can take a look at this. Market here opens in 5 minutes. So again, I have everything marked out as need be today. These are my liquidity zones from yesterday. We have yesterday's low, pre-market low, pre-market high, and then yesterday's high. So right now we're kind of trending right on yesterday's high, which you would think is bullish, but there's a lot going on, so I'm not getting too excited or too focused on one direction of the market. We're kind of just gonna play it by minute, by candle, to determine where exactly we're headed. About 3 minutes to open. Yeah, we have a slightly bearish lean towards opening. We got about 2 minutes left before market opens. Kind of just reading up to make sure there's nothing else that's popped up in the news within the last 2 minutes. That's the one thing with trading, is you always got to be checking the news, because anything can pop up at any time that will completely throw off whatever you're trying to do. Also, put on a nose strip this morning because I watched back the video that I posted yesterday, and I was just like, that's all I could hear. So sorry about that. We'll fix that today by opening up my deviated septum. All right, we are already headed right back towards the VWAP. We got 1 minute till opening. Probably just gonna tank to right here, but I'm still gonna wait the first 15 minutes like a responsible young trader should. Too much volatility in the first 15, you can lose 30% or make 30% pretty quick. That's the cue. We are now in, and looks like I'm correct. We're headed directly down. This previous day low, this pre-market low is probably going to be a pretty strong liquidity zone today, if I had to guess too. I could be totally wrong. Again, I'm new. Yeah, headed straight down. If it breaks through that prior day low, or the pre-market low, where would it go to? Oh, that's a strong one too. So then 35.80 maybe. We're still trending down. Yeah. But volume is also decreasing on the seller side. So we could see a pretty strong bounce back up. This might be quick. I might actually enter a... I'll wait. Yeah, I was going to enter a call right around here just because there's some resistance, but I feel like it could also easily break through. You can see the volume's just not that high for this candle, and it's kind of not going, well, I guess as I'm speaking, it's continuing to go up, but I would bet it's not going to go too much higher than it might reject right off the VWAP right away. Bottomed out. There's a rejection off the VWAP. I might enter. We're gonna see how this candle finishes before I do anything. Looking like a lot of sell pressure. Yeah, it's leaning towards a put, but gotta stay disciplined for a little bit. This could be a flush or a reversal. It's kind of mixed. I have it open right now. I'm about to see what to do here. Price is just kind of unsure. If price breaks through this, I think it's just gonna. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I still should enter it or not. It's close. I guess I should have looked at the volume a little bit closer. That was definitely a put. But again, it's still the opening few minutes. We got, where's it at right now? Yeah, so we're getting towards that 76 or 70 or 736.66 point that I was mentioning. That might hit and then reverse there because there was a lot of buy pressure there as well before it shot back up. Close right now. You guys might be wondering why I'm not entering. It's just a little far off of the EMA 9 for me. Once price extends past EMA 9 pretty far, it's not necessarily always a guarantee, but there's a very high probability it's going to at least come back to here before making a decision to move. I base most of my plays off of the VWAP, but this also plays a factor as well. So we can see that sell pressure is slowly going down, but not entirely. I would guess it's going to bounce around a little bit here. Hopefully EMA 9 and the VWAP rush down to about here, and then I can make my play off of that. Okay, so see, I believe it's probably going to reach and touch here, if I had to guess. Then hopefully it makes my decision a little bit easier. So yeah, just as I thought, price is consolidating around this point. VWAP and EMA 9 are going to come down to here, and then from there I'll have to determine which direction I'm going to go. Leaning bearish though. Leaning towards going down, most definitely. Chasing here is just not smart. It's just not smart. I bet you right now we're chilling right at where I thought. Yep. Lots of buy pressure here in the past. We'll see if that breaks through. Okay, so we're getting closer to VWAP and EMA 9. This will be a deciding factor here shortly. If a lot of volume on this candle right here shoots through the VWAP, then it's probably going to be a little bit more bullish or maybe wait for a put. But if the volume continues like this, I'd feel pretty good about a put. So volume's decreasing, going up. Volume's increasing now a little bit. I'll have to see what this candle kind of does. If it rejects off the VWAP, I'm going to enter a put. Again, I'm going to enter 4 contracts. Okay, hold up. I'm going to enter shortly. Oh. Instant rejection. Alright, we're going to enter. Okay, so we got 4 puts right here. We're hoping for a rejection and a continuation down. We're going to try not to sell early this time. If we zoom out, big controlling point right here would probably be 35.80. Because this is a high volatility day, I would feel okay with closing slightly below here. And I know I said I wouldn't do that earlier, but remember this morning in my notes it said, from the research that I did, it's probably going to be a pretty high volatility day. Price may not bounce as much as I feel comfortable. And I want to make sure, let's see. Oh, this is nerve-wracking already. I'm just hoping the pressure increases here for selling. Currently up $32. I just need a big flush. That would be so ideal. See, we're still staying below the EMA 9, which makes me think I made a good entry. Volume's increasing. Good. We just need this to consistently keep coming down, and then I'll feel pretty good. So sell pressure is increasing. We're currently up $52.68 now. So we need price to continue moving down. So volume is still high for selling. That's good. We are still in money. With volume increasing. But remember, we don't want it to get too far off of the EMA 9 and VWAP. So where's our next price point to sell? If it breaks through that, like I said, roughly right here, we might be coming up close onto our next consolidation area. I'm going to set my sell. So lots of sell pressure continuing. We don't want to get too far off of EMA 9, which we're kind of getting right now. I'm going to sell 4 of them at, so price rejected right there, huh? So we're slightly bouncing up now. Bottomed out. So this is another consolidation area. We're already hitting it. We're gonna do 4 of them at 1.5. Feel comfortable with that. Sick. Price is getting a little far off of EMA 9. So if we check right now, sold 4 contracts. Okay, so today, now we're at $10,271. We made $200. If we check, we made $199.65 this morning. I don't know. I'm still happy with where I sold. I didn't like how fast price was moving off. It's a high volatility day. Making $200 in a couple minutes. And let's go through. So we are in the positions now. All right. So if we go to our history. So at 8:43, I don't know if you can see that. At 8:43, I bought 4 put contracts at $1 a piece. So I bought $400 in contracts today at 8:43 a.m. The total cost was $400.16. At 8:47, 4 minutes later, I sold them at $1.50. The limit price right there. That is a 50% ROI. Nancy Pelosi numbers in one day, not doing stocks, but trading contracts through options. I sold it for an estimated $599.84. Realized profit is $200. Great day. $50 a minute. We made $3,000 an hour today. Not bad.